Welcome to Swaddi Kat, and today I got my Nigerian friend here. Yemi. Thank you very much for coming to my kitchen today.
Hi everybody, so glad to be with you, Pookie, today. Today I'm going to be cooking some Harissa Spice chicken with flat bread and homemade hummus. We're taking the inspiration from the Middle East, and I'm adding a little bit of Nigerian spice as well, called Suya Spice mix.
Suya.
Yeah.
What in the Suya Spice?
So it's got ginger, a bit of chilli, black pepper, garlic, as well as groundnut powder. So it's a very, very popular spice in the northern part of Nigeria. Everybody has suya, and it's used for marinating meat for barbecue.
Right. Oh, exciting. So just go through what you have to do.
Okay, so we've got our chicken thighs. It's been deboned and we've removed the skin, and we're going to be adding some salt, freshly ground black pepper, some of the Harissa spice, some of the Suya spice, and a bit of chili flakes as well.
Right, okay then, so let's get cooking.
Okay, so Pookie, we're starting with the chicken, and I'm now going to add some of the
chicken thigh.
Yeah, those are the chicken thighs. So I'm just going to salt it a little bit, and with the salt, again, about half a teaspoon for half a kilogram. So if you just toss that a little bit, and then we're going to add some of the powdered suya.
The suya?
Yes. Smell that? Yeah. And one of the things that I like to do when I'm cooking is to add some of my own traditional flavors and make the recipe mine.
Yes.
And just make it something that is flavorful and enjoyable.
Something that you used to, something that pleased your palate.
Absolutely.
There you are.
Okay. So now I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil, about 1 tablespoon, or even less than that would be fine.
Yeah.
And that's because there's already some oil in the Harissa spice, so you don't need too much oil.
Right. I don't really know what Harissa is.
So Harissa spice is Middle Eastern, so you see it in a lot of Moroccan cooking, Iranian cooking, and a lot of the ingredients in it is like your paprika, your cayenne, and this one has rose. So the rose petal, so it gives it like a nice floral. It also has a bit of sunflower oil, some balsamic vinegar of Modena, garlic, ginger, all the things you would expect, and cumin. But what you get is something
paprika, cayenne, like lots of like some quite spicy herbs, spicy spice mixed into it.
I like spice. I think life is boring without some spice. So now I'm going to add the rose harissa. Smells nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just toss that and make sure it's all well mixed. The color is nice and vibrant.
Beautiful.
Okay. I'm just going to sprinkle a bit of chili just because we like some heat. Yep, thanks, Pookie. I think now we can leave that aside for a few minutes just to marinate, and then we'll get on to make our flatbread mix.
Okay, so I'll leave this to marinate on the side then.
Yeah. So for this, we've got 2.5 cups of plain flour, and then to that we're adding a teaspoon, half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of baking powder.
Right.
And then we're adding some salt, just a little bit of salt. And I like to add a touch of sugar to mine. It's nice when you have the sugar-salt combination. And so all you do is mix that together, really simple.
So it's about what, 1.5 cup, 2 cups of flour?
2.5 cups.
2.5 cups.
Yeah. And then for that, we've got 3/4 cup of yogurt. You can have a full cup of yogurt, but I like to have like 3/4 cup and then add an egg. So the egg and the yogurt make a cup.
Fluffier. If you want a fluffier.
If you want a really nice flatbread, add some yogurt and add some
egg.
Add the egg. Yeah.
And it's only chicken egg.
Yeah.
Do you know what the chicken in Thai sound like?
No.
Egg. Yeah.
So now all we're going to do is use the wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Our hands are going to get messy in a second, but Before then, you can just use your spoon, get it mixed together as much as possible. And then once you've got all the flour incorporated, then you just need to knead it for about 5 minutes. Okay, now you can put that aside for me. So now we're going to get on with the kneading. And this is where the elbow grease comes on, because you want to knead until it's smooth. And so you pull it towards yourself and push away.
Yes.
And then you need to do it for at least 5 minutes. Sometimes I cheat my way through and I just bob it in my food processor.
Yes.
And it will do the job for you.
A bit quicker, but you don't get your frustration.
Yeah. 10 to 15 minutes, and then it's ready to cut and roll.
And then we will fry it on the frying pan, isn't it?
So Pookie, feel it. There's a bit of resistance, but I'm going to knead it for maybe another minute.
Okay.
And then what I need now is some cling film.
Yes.
And I whack it.
Yeah, just do it. Just whack it.
And that helps. I love working with dough.
I can tell. Look at that.
Can you see that it's a little bit smoother than when you touched it before?
Hello.
Yeah. Get rid of the rest of the aggression.
And then we rest it. Wrap it and rest it.
We rest it, and then we come back, roll it out, pan fry it with some butter, and we're ready for our meal.
Okay. So clear the station, and now we're ready to grill our chicken.
Yes.
Right? So let me get the chicken on the grill. And if you want to talk the audience through the ingredient for the hummus, that would be great.
So for the homemade hummus, we have a can of chickpea. This is my idea, this is my kind of food, because you use what is already in your pantry. So we've got a can of chickpeas, we've got some tahini. Tahini is just some roast sesame paste, so roast sesame seeds that have been blended with olive oil. We have 2 cloves of garlic, so 2 large cloves of garlic, and then we also have some lemon juice, and we're going to use 3 tablespoons of the lemon juice. All we will do with that is put it in a blender, whack it together for a few minutes, nice and smooth, easy job, done.
That sounds wonderful.
That's how easy it is.
Yeah, that sounds easy. And now the chicken is ready to be grilled.
Yeah.
Right. Let me put that in the grill then.
What we want to make sure is that our chutney is ready at the same time. So for the chutney, we've got 2 medium-sized red onions. We've got 1 large red bell pepper, a clove of garlic that's been minced, and some chili flakes is going to go with that, with olive oil, some salt. Simple, easy recipe. And then towards the end, we would add some herbs.
Okay.
Just for some freshness.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Right.
So today we're making plain hummus. There you go. So that's the chickpea going in.
And how much of the chickpeas?
Well, 1 can.
1 can.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
That's fine. Then with that, we're adding
Tahini.
tahini paste.
About 3.
Yeah, about 3 would do. When you get your tahini, usually there will be a separation between the oil and the sesame.
Right.
So you need to mix it so that you get back to a smooth consistency.
So basically shake it.
Yeah.
Shake it. Like
And
you
do a
shake
dance
it.
while you're shaking. get some groove on while you're doing that. With that, we're adding 2 cloves of garlic.
Wow, that finely chopped.
And then the next thing we're going to do is add 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. And one of the things I like to do when the hummus is ready is taste it for the sourness, because you can always adjust. We need a pinch of salt. So we've got some salt there.
Yeah. Just a pinch, yeah?
Yeah, we need.
Now we're going to shake it now. We put in the machine.
Remember we saved this chickpea water.
Yeah.
So add a bit more. Yeah, that's fine. If we need a bit more water, we would add that. chickpea water. Yeah, let's open it. And now this is our opportunity to check for the thickness, the salt level, the lemon juice, whether it needs any more. That's nice. So we need a bit more lemon juice.
Right.
Yep. And then we also need a touch more salt. You want me to do a bit more?
Then you do it.
Yeah. And that's because the chickpea, it needs a bit more salt because the chickpea is just in water. So it hasn't been seasoned at all. So we're doing all the seasoning.
Right.
And so the salt we've put is not too much. Chickpea is quite a bland, it's a bland...
bland seed,
yeah,
isn't it?
Bland. So you've got to give it a... So, final tasting.
I want you to like super. Yeah, that's delicious. Yeah. So your chutney is like onion with the red
bell peppers. We're going to add some of the chili flakes.
Right.
Some salt, olive oil, garlic.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Right, let's get to do that.
Okay. The pan is hot. I want a sizzle when I throw in my onions. Good. Onions.
I love the smell of the onion.
Yeah. And then I'm adding the garlic. So some minced garlic as well as some chopped red bell peppers. So we're just putting that nicely in the oil and tossing it around.
Yeah.
Then once it softens up a bit, I will add the chili flakes.
Add a bit of spiciness.
Add a bit of spice, and then we'll finish with some fresh herbs. I like to season my peppers and onions at the start, and then adjust later on.
Right.
I'm going to add my chili flakes.
Beautiful. Beautiful aromatic smell coming out from this chutney. Like flatbread here. What do we do then? So from the 2.5 cup of flour that we put in, we can separate into what, 4 dough?
4. Yeah, we're going to go for 4. We have some flour on the side because you might need to flour your surface.
Yeah.
So it depends on whether it's sticking. If it's not sticking, then you don't want to add any more flour than necessary. So this would make for 4 good portions for people like us. So Pookie, that's it. So now we're just going to do the flatbread, and all we need is a medium hot pan. 2 minutes on each side. So our chicken looks well caramelized. Turning it one more time. Can you see how juicy it looks?
Yes.
Now we can reduce the heat. It looks like it's cooked all the way through. But let's just get a bit more caramelization. So reduce the heat a bit to keep warm. So one of the things I tend to do is rub a bit of butter on it when it gets to this stage.
So I'm just like having some mixed salad leaf,
Okay.
and then I made the mango with chili vinaigrette to go with it.
What else is in it?
Oh, and because your chicken, we took off the skin earlier,
Yeah.
so I hid the skin away from Yemi, and then I cooked the skin into the crispy skin. But not just the normal crispy chicken skin, I made it into the cone shape. We will save the salad to serve with the chicken when we're ready. And on top of that, we're just going to sprinkle some pomegranate seed.
I love pomegranate
and it's going to taste absolutely beautiful. I think you better taste. Got a little bit of chili.
Yeah, but it's nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, perfect. What I made, I thought that with your dish, it's not like sort of a lot of spices. Why not introduce the spices from my area as well to go with the chicken skin? So I'm doing the miso with 5 spices, cream cheese to fill in with this cone. Let's do it. And I will see whether Yami going to give me the approval for this as well. So because of you making the Middle Eastern dish.
Yeah.
So why not top with this as well? And serve like that.
That's fantastic. Looks amazing.
Here you are. Chicken ice cream cone. Cookie style. Here you are, Yemi.
Thank you very much. That's amazing. It is. Get the crunchiness, get the sweetness from the cream cheese. That pomegranate pops that freshness and sweetness as well.
You
It's
taste
really
all the spices in the cream cheese.
It's the rest of it for me as well as it gets.
Yes.
So, Pookie, while you were knocking together your fancy chicken skin, you know what I was doing? I was getting together a za'atar in olive oil dip.
Right.
And this is za'atar is also another Middle Eastern spice, and it's the ingredients in it is some sesame seeds, some sumac, herbs, and spices. Some of the herbs are like marjoram, oregano, ground cumin,
A lot of herbs into this, so it's all like some dry herbs.
yeah, and some coriander as well. And with this spice, you don't need to do much with it. So one of the things you can do is just add a bit of olive oil,
Yes.
a tiny touch of salt, and it's ready to sprinkle, to rub on your flatbread, and it just gives it another level of flavor. And if I was doing like lemon chicken, then I might add a touch of lemon to this.
Grated the lemon zest into it.
Grate some lemon zest, a bit of maybe 1 or 2 drops, and it becomes like a vinaigrette with za'atar. So there we go. Now we're ready to plate up and serve.
And voila, the meal by Yemi is done. So we got the harissa.
Yeah, we've got the roast Harissa Spice chicken with some of the Suya Spice from northern Nigeria. And then to go with that, we've got the flatbread. And so that's yogurt flatbread and with some za'atar and olive oil just rubbed on it for extra flavor. We've got our hummus. This is a plain lemony hummus with some pomegranate seeds just as a garnish. Then we've got a lovely salad made by you.
Yes, with mango chili vinaigrette.
Yeah, that looks amazing. And then finally, to go with it, we've got our peppers and onions. So it should be spicy and smoky at the same time.
Oh, thank you ever so much. I can't wait to try this food, Yemi. If you like what we do, please follow us on swaddikat.com and also watch Yemi on her channel.
Yeah, my channel is called Yemi by Design, which you can follow me on YouTube as well.
See you then.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Bye.
Mwah.